What's the best part about being with other people and socializing, interacting? It's the sense of we can see ourselves and find ourselves within other people. And I mean this in the sense of our experiences, our own personal experiences of who we are and what's in our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs. All that is amplified, I would say, and improved when you share your time and you're spending time with other people. Because firstly, we as humans are social creatures. I think we all know that. And at times where we find ourselves a little bit distant from others due to a certain period in your time where you're either working a lot or you just don't feel like socializing. I think we notice the differences in the time that we spend in our days where it's kind of boredom. It's kind of like dull because I was once one of those people that always said that I enjoy more my time that I spend by myself. I always say that I'm perfectly fine and okay with being by myself, and I can enjoy an afternoon, an evening, a whole weekend being by myself. And usually that was the case, but after I moved out and I'm living alone, I started to realize, and also I have a job that is, it's a remote job, it's home office, so I don't see people that much for work also. You start to realize, and I started to realize, that really any kind of social interaction with people that you know to some degree, it's not like it's different with strangers, because if you go to the supermarket or the gym, you don't really know anyone. There's people there, but you don't talk to people. You don't know anyone. And interactions with people and just the fact that there are others in your presence and talking to you and things are happening, all of that makes it so you're having that stimulation and that companionship to some sense. And I realized that I wasn't really a person that wanted to spend their time alone. It was more that I appreciated my time alone at the end of the day or a weekend after spending my entire week or my job or whatever with other people and talking and discussing things and having movement and other people's ideas and words during the day. And I think that's important because sometimes we we can use this for other examples, because for example, if you're not doing anything, if you're not working, if you're not doing anything specifically, taking a break or having a Sunday where you don't do anything and you're just relaxing, it's not going to feel the same. It's not going to feel as rewarding as if you worked Monday through Saturday and you're really tired and you finally have that one day where you're able to relax and recuperate. The feeling of the same exact day and the same thing that you're doing is totally different. And I would argue it's the same thing for companionship and for people and socializing. You need to have a certain degree. It's not a huge amount, but it also depends for everyone. But you need to have a certain amount of socialization and talking with people and being around other people for you to appreciate the time that you have to yourself. And also, with talking to people and being around them, you can obviously make friends and you can have relationships, and that's also part of the things where you enrich your life. You enrich yourself and your surroundings and other people in the process by having relationships that are more than acquaintances. They're more than colleagues. They're friends. They can be best friends. Someone can eventually become your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, or your wife. And for me, especially, it's the things that make someone your friend, make someone a best friend, different from a colleague or someone that you just work with, is if someone that you meet at your job, you're talking only about things that happen to work, or, oh, I went hiking on Sunday. Oh, okay, that's great. I did X thing on Saturday and it was great. Oh, that's okay. But with friends, with best friends, it's sharing ideas, sharing experiences, sharing opinions on the other person, sharing what you feel, what's happened to you, what similarities you've seen and had to add to the other person's life and situation. You can enrich their minds and their lives as well as they can to yours. And it's even more so if you have a romantic relationship with someone, because you start to let someone in your life, and they can see all the parts of you, and companionship lets you see through their eyes, which is the important thing, because it's our ability to reflect and our ability to have empathy for others and see how we affect them. And we can also grow and learn by expressing how their actions affect us. And it's a give situation where both people can grow and can become wiser through companionship, through choosing to spend time with the other, and through learning how it is to be a friend, to be someone that someone else can rely on. Someone else feels supported with you, feels loved with you, feels that they are not alone in this world, and so you feel that you're not alone. Because if you're always by yourself and you say that you love spending time alone and by yourself in your room and in your house, if something happens, if something comes up in your life, you won't have anyone to rely on. It's gonna be you and you alone, and if you're not in the best mental space or financial space or physical, let's say you get hit by a car, you're gonna need some help. And you can say that's what family is for, and that's true, but you also need to have relationships with your family. You need to be present and be in their lives. Just because you're family doesn't mean that you automatically have something special, I would say. You do have the same blood in you, and your brother grew up with you, or your parents are always going to be able to help you. But especially after school and after you graduate and everyone has their own job and they're pursuing their own paths, maintaining relationships and keeping up with events from others and checking up on them and letting them know that you're still willing to maintain and pursue this relationship with them, this friendship or whatever else, is very important, because it has happened to me where either from me or from someone else, it's that feeling where you're starting to grow distant, and you say, oh yeah, I'm friends with this person, but you haven't talked to them in a year or 6 months, something may have happened in their lives, either significant or something changed where they got a new job, and you still have the old image of them, and you're still stuck on the previous examples and experiences that you shared, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but especially when navigating and going into adulthood, friends are something that is a choice more so than ever, and it's more of something that you need to maintain in your lives. It's not like school where you see them every day. You know they're in your class. You guys can do things at recess and go to each other's houses after school and come back and do the same thing. People move. People have different jobs. People, you will sometimes not talk to them or see them for a while, but that's the thing with companionship, where you you appreciate the time that you spend with them if you choose to do so, because of the time spent in between apart from each other. And that's where the whole um, the choice to be with someone and to spend time with someone and deliberately express that you want that person in your life to and be present in their life, and you want to be present in theirs because you care about them, you value their time, their relationship to yours, because it's beneficial to you. It's made you a better person. It's helped you become who you are, and in your mind, you you benefit and get value from them. Not to say that you judge people or choose to be with people based on what they give you. It's more so that you recognize that, oh, I am better when I'm with this person. I am happier. I can be myself. This I can trust this person and they trust me, and I can wonder and see and ask things about life when I'm with this person because they're also like me. Um, Common hobbies and common things are definitely a great way to find friends and companions. Or sometimes you just randomly bump into them, and 6 months later, they're the biggest thing in your life. It can be also luck, but the thing is maintaining those relationships and those friendships is the important thing. So keeping yourself in that mind frame where you want to have people with you, and you want to grow with different people, your family, or you want to grow old with your girlfriend or your wife or your husband, is important. And I think also friends are extremely important in your life. Not there's a difference between mutual friends with your with another friend, or with your wife, let's say, for example, your girlfriend, where they were her friends but now they've become your friends too. I think there's a difference where they're purely your friends in your friend group that you knew and are spending time with you for you, and you're spending time with them because you like them. I think that's also very important to have um, individual friendships as well as collective or group friendships. It can make us grow better and have more experience in what it is about loyalty and love and friendship and empathy and compassion. Giving up your time and effort to someone without asking for anything back, because you know that someday, somewhere, you're gonna need it in the future. And treating people right and maintaining and giving love to those relationships will help you in the future and make you grow. So it's very important for humans in general, and for someone in their early 20s where things, or your mid 20s, I would say, where your friends are growing apart because everyone else is also figuring out their own lives and walking their own paths. It's always important to reach out and let them know that you're there and that you're still interested, and if you want to hang out and talk, and it can be for nothing specific in general, just being there and letting them know that their presence is still appreciated. So I think it's something we can all learn, and we can all appreciate from others, and we can do our part to express this to the people that we love. So thank you guys for the video. um, I'm gonna try to upload again consistently. I had a birthday this weekend, so I was kind of I didn't upload for 2 days, so this is my coming back. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.